Bitcoin can change your life, but make a mistake and it's game over. One click, one bad decision, and everything you've built is gone forever. These scams aren't just happening, they're exploding right now. And if you think it can't happen to you, that's exactly how they win. Today, I'm exposing the top 5 Bitcoin scams draining wallets right now, so you can dodge every single one and keep your hard-earned sats exactly where they belong. I'm Ben with the BTC Sessions. This is your daily session. Scam number 1, fake wallets and apps. One of the most dangerous Bitcoin scams you'll encounter is fake wallets and apps. These aren't just clumsy knockoffs. Some are highly polished, appear in official app stores, and have thousands of fake reviews making them look legitimate. Here's how this scam typically works. You download a wallet, maybe it's the first result you see or even has a promoted label. The app allows you to deposit Bitcoin, but when you try to withdraw, there's no option. The spending function can be disabled or simply doesn't exist. Worse, some apps generate a seed phrase for you, but secretly keep a copy. They wait for the right moment and drain your funds. Some real-world examples include fake Electrum apps on Google Play, fake Trezor and Ledger apps that made it into the Apple App Store, and even malicious clones of wallets like MetaMask. And I know we're Bitcoin only here, but it is a useful parallel. So how do you protect yourself from this? 1, avoid promoted apps. Scammers pay to appear at the top of the search results. Number 2, you can check the developer name carefully. Ensure that it matches the official company or project. Of course, use open source wallets. Public code reduces the risk of hidden backdoors. Of course, double check URLs when downloading desktop apps. Oftentimes, people will typo squat as a common trick. And what this means is a slight misspelling of the URL can be used to put up malicious applications in hopes that people download them. Stick with reputable wallets with a strong track record, wallets like Sparrow, NUNCHUK, and Phoenix, for example. Consider open source hardware devices like the Cold Card. These give you greater security, and you can use the device to verify that what your paired app is telling you is correct. In Bitcoin, control over your keys means control over your money. Don't hand that control to a scammer. Always verify the tools you're using, and remember, not your keys, not your coins. Scam number 2, Ponzi schemes and high-yield investment programs. One of the most common traps people fall into is the promise of guaranteed profits. These Ponzi's and investment programs all are designed to separate you from your Bitcoin by appealing to your greed. Now, how does the scam work? You could be promised outrageous returns, earn 5% daily, double your Bitcoin in a week. Early investors might actually see payouts, but they are just being paid with new investors' deposits. Eventually, the scheme collapses and everyone left holding the bag loses everything. Some common sales lines you might hear are passive income with zero risk, guaranteed returns, no experience needed. Our secret trading algorithm does all the work for you. Some examples of this from the past: BitConnect. This infamous Bitcoin-related Ponzi scheme, it promised massive trading bot profits before collapsing. Terra Luna, they publicly bought Bitcoin for their treasury to build trust, then convinced people to buy into their doomed stablecoin scheme. Billions were lost when it collapsed. And Celsius, they promised safe interest on your Bitcoin, then froze withdrawals and filed for bankruptcy, leaving customers stranded. So how do you protect yourself from these things? Again, in general, if you don't understand how a company generates returns, stay away. Be extremely wary of anything that pressures you to recruit others. That is classic Ponzi. No legitimate investment, especially in Bitcoin, guarantees profits. And the most important point here is if you're already holding Bitcoin, you've won. You don't need to chase yield. Remember, if you can't clearly see where the yield comes from, you are the yield. Just stack sats, hold securely, and let time do the work for you. Scam number 3, phishing attacks. Phishing is one of the most effective and devastating scams. Scammers impersonate trusted companies, services, or even people you know to trick you into revealing sensitive information like passwords, private keys, or seed phrases. Common phishing tactics include fake security alerts like your account has been compromised, click here to secure it. Fake support agents impersonating wallet or exchange support offering to help while asking for your seed phrase. Fake giveaways, send 0.1 Bitcoin and we'll double it, or we'll send back 1 Bitcoin in return. Or lookalike websites using URLs that closely mimic trusted sites to trick you. One of the worst examples was the Ledger data breach. Scammers got their hands on Ledger's customer database and sent highly targeted emails urging users to upgrade their firmware to take their funds and make them safe. Victims were directed to a fake Ledger website and told to enter their seed phrase to complete the upgrade. As soon as they did, their funds were gone. So how do you protect yourself in this instance? Never, ever enter your seed phrase online, ever. Verify URLs carefully before entering any sensitive information. Again, you shouldn't be entering sensitive information most places anyways. Assume unsolicited support messages are scams. Contact support only through official channels. Use hardware wallets for phishing-resistant authentication. And slow down. Phishing relies on panic. Take a breath, double check, and stay in control. Bitcoin Well is the best place to be buying and selling Bitcoin in Canada and the US. And now with Bitcoin Well Infinite, it's also the best place to be making large buys at their OTC desk of over $50,000. Their white glove service gives you fast transactions, no slippage, and the lowest fees. You can scan the QR code on the screen or simply head to bitcoinwell.com/BTC sessions to sign up today. And you can share your own personalized referral link to earn commissions. Looking for a simple and secure way to manage your Bitcoin on mobile? AQUA Wallet has you covered. It's user-friendly and puts you in full control of your Bitcoin with secure self-custody. AQUA also supports Lightning and Liquid Network, making fast, cheap Bitcoin payments and asset transfers easier than ever. Plus, it even supports stablecoins, giving you ultimate flexibility. Built on open source code, AQUA is transparent, trustworthy, and perfect for beginner and pros alike. Ready to upgrade your Bitcoin experience? Click the link in the show notes or scan the QR code on the screen now to download AQUA Wallet today.
If you've been around Bitcoin for more than a minute, you've definitely seen something made by CryptoCloaks. Since 2017, they've been the go-to for badass 3D printed Bitcoin gear, from custom home mining rigs to sleek hardware wallet mounts that make your setup look pro. I've been stacking Cloaks gear for years, and most recently I grabbed their Gamma case for my miner. Let me tell you, it turns some heads. You can customize everything, and of course, the legendary Bitcoin grenade, yeah, that's them. Hit the link in the show notes or scan the QR code to visit CryptoCloaks.com and stack your own custom Cloaks gear today.
Scam number 4, Affinity Scams. Now, this scam is incredibly sneaky because it doesn't start by attacking Bitcoin, it starts by praising it. Scammers target people who are already open to Bitcoin, but convince them there's something even better. A new altcoin, a flashy project, the so-called next Bitcoin. And they want you to trade your Bitcoin for it. Some common tactics include Bitcoin is old tech. This coin has faster transactions and lower fees. This is the real Bitcoin, what Satoshi actually intended. They'll even buy Bitcoin for their treasury and say, see, we love Bitcoin, but our project is where the real gains are, so buy some of what we've got as well. Some examples of this would be Ripple, XRP. It's marketed as a banker-friendly Bitcoin alternative. The banks are all going to use it, so buy some now. Again, the antithesis of what Bitcoin was created for anyways. Ethereum in and of itself, taking the simplicity of Bitcoin and then building a very complex base layer on which Ponzi's can be built. In the Ethereum ICO craze, many Bitcoiners sold Bitcoin to buy speculative ICOs that mostly went to zero. And again, the example we looked at before, Luna or Terra Luna, they bought Bitcoin to appear legitimate, then collapsed, wiping out billions. So how do you protect yourself from these? Well, ask, does this project solve a problem that Bitcoin can't address at a higher layer? I think you'll find that most, if not all, answers are no. And secondly, ask, is this a problem that needs solving, or is it a solution in search of a problem? Now, if the marketing relies on influencers and celebrity endorsements, it's likely a good idea to run. And of course, just stick to Bitcoin. Every altcoin requires trusting a team or insiders or makes massive trade-offs for marginal functional increases. Bitcoin does not. The final reminder here, if you're holding Bitcoin, you've already won. Bitcoin's value is its simplicity and its rock-solid foundation. The rules are almost impossible to change. For something as critical as global money, that's exactly what you want. If something can easily be changed, it's at best a speculative tech stock, and at worst, it's a scam. Bitcoin is the thing. Everything else is noise. Scam number 5, ransomware and extortion scams. Now, these don't try to convince you, they try to scare or force you into handing over your Bitcoin. So how do these work? Malicious software can lock down or encrypt your files and demand Bitcoin to unlock them. Extortion scams threaten to release sensitive or fabricated information unless you pay up. And sometimes there's not even a real hack, just fear tactics to make you believe that it happened. Some examples of this, there was WannaCry in 2017. This was a global ransomware attack that crippled hospitals and governments. There was the Colonial Pipeline hack in 2021, where critical US infrastructure was shut down until a Bitcoin ransom was paid. And of course, there's been an epidemic of sextortion emails. This is where scammers falsely claim they have compromising videos or photos of a person demanding Bitcoin to keep them private. So, how do you protect yourself here? Keep offline backups of your important data. Regularly update your devices to patch known vulnerabilities. Be extremely cautious with email attachments and unknown links. If you receive an extortion email, don't panic. It is often a bluff. Use strong, unique passwords and a password manager. And finally, you can consider self-hosting your data with devices like Umbrel or Start9. These let you host files, manage passwords, store media, and even run a Bitcoin node, all under your own control. Remember, Bitcoin in this instance isn't the problem. It's simply the payment method of choice because it's fast and permissionless. The real issue in this instance is poor digital hygiene and falling victim to fear. Stay calm, stay prepared, and don't let scammers weaponize Bitcoin against you. Let's sum this all up with an action plan to stay safe in Bitcoin. If you want to avoid every scam we've talked about today, here is your blueprint. Number 1, self-custody your Bitcoin. Don't leave your Bitcoin on exchanges or with custodians. If you don't control the keys, you don't own it. Use cold storage. Keep your long-term Bitcoin savings offline on a hardware device. When your keys are offline, they're safe from remote attacks. Consider using multi-sig for larger amounts. This is short for multi-signature, and it's where it requires multiple keys in various locations to move your Bitcoin. A 2 of 3 setup, for example, ensures that no single key compromised can empty your wallet. It's perfect for larger savings or inheritance planning, And it also causes you to stop and think before you act because you need to move in order to access the keys. Self-host your data on a personal server like Umbrel or Start9. These help you reclaim your digital life. You can securely host files, manage passwords, store media, and even run your own Bitcoin node, all under your control, completely outside of the reach of big tech and hackers. Of course, stick to Bitcoin only. Bitcoin is the most secure, decentralized, and battle-tested form of digital money. You don't need to gamble on altcoins or speculative projects. Bitcoin is the big thing, and again, everything else is noise. And in terms of tactics for accumulating Bitcoin and avoiding the greed aspect, dollar cost average and ignore the noise. Stacking sats regularly, no matter what the market is doing. This keeps you focused and prevents you from falling for risky yield schemes. Remember, if you can't clearly see where the yield comes from, again, you are the yield. Now, be extremely skeptical of emails and unknown links. Scams thrive on urgency and panic. Verify the source before clicking anything. Check for strange spellings, odd domains, and anything that feels off. If something feels urgent or too good to be true, that is your warning sign. So the final thought here, Bitcoin puts you in the driver's seat, but with that freedom comes responsibility. By taking these simple actions, you protect yourself, your wealth, and your future. Stay humble, stay focused, and most importantly, stay sovereign. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content and found it valuable, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. If you find you need some additional one-on-one help, then you can reach out to my team at bitcoinmentor.io. We've got incredible educators that can go with you and make sure that your Bitcoin stack is safe and secure and that your setup is rock solid. Again, check them out at bitcoinmentor.io. With that, I'm out. Have a wonderful day or evening wherever you may be. Keep stacking sats, keep stacking skills. I'm Ben with the BTC Sessions. This was your daily session. CoinKite has been in the game for years, creating hands down the best and most secure hardware when it comes to securing your Bitcoin. The Cold Card Q is an absolute powerhouse and my daily driver, and it's ideal for newcomers and advanced users alike. The Tap Signer gives you a low-cost, user-friendly option for those just getting started or for convenience when traveling. You can head to coinkite.com and use code BTC Sessions for discounts, or simply scan the QR code on the screen to get started right away. DEBIFI is the best and easiest way to borrow against your Bitcoin in a non-custodial way. Funds are held in a multi-sig escrow where you hold a key, and the platform allows for excellent hardware like the Cold Card Mark IV and the Q. You have access to flexible conditions, the best rates, and institutional grade liquidity. If you're looking to make use of your capital, don't sell your Bitcoin, borrow against it. You can head over to DEBIFI.com to check them out, or simply scan the QR code on the screen. Securing your Bitcoin doesn't have to be complicated or invasive. With NUNCHUK's HONEYBADGER plan, you get state-of-the-art multi-sig with built-in inheritance planning and no KYC required. NUNCHUK is trusted by users to secure billions of dollars in Bitcoin. The HONEYBADGER plan offers 204 assisted multisig, guiding you step-by-step on mobile or desktop. It works seamlessly with hardware wallets like Tap Signer, Cold Card, Jade, and plenty of others, so you're always in control. Plus, with non-KYC inheritance planning, you can ensure your Bitcoin goes to your loved ones. No private info needed. Take control of your Bitcoin today. Click the link in the show notes or scan the QR code on the screen to check out the HONEYBADGER plan.